Welcome to another episode of Stamped. My name is Samuel Patrick. I'm joined today by Kiki.D. What's happening, Kiki?
What's up? I'm feeling nice. I'm grateful to be here as always. How are you feeling?
I'm good. So if folks are new to the series, basically Stamped is a place where we highlight and feature some of our favorite submissions. We get a ton of submissions throughout the week, days, months, years, whatever. Artists, the link is right there below me. We go through these. We pick a couple of our standout tracks, and then we see how they line up and just give a little bit of an extra bit of feedback when we're talking about them. A lot of these records are also on LFOD radio, which broadcasts every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. on 91.5 in Boston and streaming at lfodradio.com. You can check out all our past mixes on our website as well. Just another way we're out here featuring artists and doing stuff of that nature. So anyway, Kiki, how's your week been?
It's been a pretty packed week, and I haven't had that in a while, but it was definitely one of my goals to achieve for this year, and I'm glad I'm pretty much what they say, booked and busy.
Booked and busy, maybe even blessed.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get into this. First up from you.
We're gonna be previewing ToriTori's Daily, and we'll talk about it after. That track had a nice blend of like 80s, 90s, old school generation, and then like current radio friendly vibe. The part that stood out to me was I think that you always, always, and just that chorus sound and that fullness that she brought to it with her background vocals. And then, of course, I really loved the aesthetics of the video and her look, and it really matched with what I would picture the video to look like if I was to listen to the song with my eyes closed.
Word. Well, that's shout out to ToriTori. That's a success.
Yes.
I want to shout her out too because she actually originally hit us up on Twitter, just added us and sent that, and I was like, "Peace. Here's the link. Please send it there. That way the whole team can check it out." And she did, and now we checked it out. So I always, not everyone responds to that, but we do that so that you and I both see it because we never know who's going to be on Twitter. And so shout out to her for following through. I'm glad she made the cut right away. And shout out to you. When I tweeted her back, I almost said like, "Peace, Tori." And then I remembered our conversation about using names. And I was like, no, peace, ToriTori. Let me not shorten it right away. So everybody collabed on that one. So
Okay. And what do you call it? That is a nice example of why artists and creatives be mindful of the fact that your stuff might be on social media, you might add somebody, but it's very helpful to send it to a specific contact, whether that be phone number or email. Sending that link directly helps you get noticed more. So shout out to ToriTori 2 times.
Absolutely. Yeah. And most platforms have that info in the bio or on their website somewhere. So that little bit goes a long way. Some are OD. Some you have to like really, if they don't have the exact subject line, they won't open it.
Right.
So it's like a little test. Word. So my next one, it's interesting you brought up the video and how it fit with the song. So this is a song that, for me at least, I think having the video made it go a lot further. If I had just heard the song first, I'm not sure it would have grabbed me quite as well. but hearing it for the first time and seeing the video really put the frame around it that I needed to, understand it and really catch the vibe he was going for. So we'll get into this My Compiled Thoughts. This one's called Midnight Cookout, and you'll see what I'm talking about here.
I'm just playing my part, you know just how we feel. All we want to do is grill, melanating the sun. All these colors I do, all these vibes feel surreal. We're just stuck in the field, growing up with no smoke. Grandpa's having a stroke at the midnight cookout. Your parents be calling us. Oh, we might turn to dust as we fall in love.
Yeah, so shout out My Compiled Thoughts. That was, especially because it's like a smaller song. I think there's only one verse. The hook sort of comes in there, and I think having the video for that one really sets the tone for where he's at, where he's coming, and like I smile when they kick the trash can, and it's just kind of like a fun little number. Word. So next up from you, we're switching the tone a little bit here.
Yeah.
And this was actually from someone who has sent us a number of submissions over the years.
Yes.
I actually sent a clean record originally, but we're going to play the dirty one on here. We also can spin uncensored records on LFOD radio. I want to make sure folks are aware of that. Even though it's on FM, we broadcast at a time where we're allowed to spin uncensored records. So if you tune in, you're going to get the real deal. You're going to get the full thing. So with that being said, we've got Pretty Bulli, Castle Money Beats. I'm really nice.
I feel like that's how you have to say the title. Yeah. Emphasize the nice.
I got you.
Nice.
Nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay. Trust this beat rather than graze more than the knuckles. I'm a buff street fighter. I was born with a hustle. It's Bulli. You ain't got to hide behind the lights when you really nice. You don't be afraid to name your price when you really nice. I don't leave with sex, it's just the mic. Cause I'm really nice. I sip the kind of drink that has a bite. Just hold the ice. You ain't gotta hide behind the lights when you really nice. You don't be afraid to name your price when you really nice. I don't leave with sex, it's just the mic. Cause I'm really nice. I sip the kind of drink that has a bite. Just hold the ice. Think I'm ready for my close up. Separate from the trash.
That was a fire track and well written lyrically, and you can tell with the way that those lines rhyme at the end. And for me as a listener, I really pay attention to that. For me as a rapper, I really pay attention and appreciate that. And I like how this song is very hip hop, but it has a universal sound, because I could picture like 5 other MCs on this track. And again, that shows how well this song was structured and produced.
Any standout lines?
The bib line, like, it was something along the lines of like, they could spit, like they'll need a bib. Like, but there was like so many lines, but I guess maybe not really as many stand out lines, but there was a lot of like, okay, nice rhyme, nice bar.
Got you. Word. Face front with the machete. I feel you. Shout out Pretty Bulli, Castle Money. Castle Money keeps them coming. So
yeah.
Word. So to close things off here, I think it's getting to the point where there's certain artists who are kind of consistently appearing on here. This is someone who I've featured a few times, maybe only once on Stamped, but they've been on LFOD radio a bunch. They usually send something solid we can work with. Nice. And this one's called Live for the Block. It's by Jermaine Robinson. And you're tuned in to Stamped.
There's a boy watching 8 or 9 years old on a struggle that could parallel your own. You the subject that he studies as he grows. So when you fail, it's a hurting on his soul. Early 20s when the cars begin to fold. Look around and it ain't nowhere else to go. I know for sure he just looking for some hope. I know for sure he just hoping for some more. Common no fit, everybody want a slice of the pie. People wishing they can just survive, but you're showing them there's a way that let our people thrive. They recognize you from the time when you was on the grind, on the block. Knew a nigga way before he popped. Now you got the things that wasn't given from the start. You a star, but you know there's more you represent. Don't let the devil get a hold of what was heaven sent.
All right, shout out Jermaine Robinson. So that one grew on me. It's from a little bit ago, and we've kind of like had it in the stash. But he said, I like that part at the end where he's talking about, y'all can't hear it on here, so you gotta go listen to the full song or check out the 2/22/22 episode of LFOD radio. But he's talking about how he's got a kid next door to him who's always like, damn, I can't believe you live next door to me. And it's like, what does that say about where this kid, what his perception of his environment is? You know, like, he can't believe you're there. Like, what type of people does he think belongs there? So, and, you know, just thinking about how, like, yeah, you want a kid to grow up thinking, yeah, of course that guy lives next door to me. You know, this is where superstars live or whatever. You know, you want that type of energy.
For sure. It's similar to like when you're going to your local restaurant or establishment, and yeah, you might run into a child that you used to mentor or just somebody that used to look up to you or whatnot, and yeah, it gives you that same feeling, and gives them that same feeling of remembering that you guys are human outside of where you might have known each other from, or outside of where you might stereotype them to be from.
Word. So yeah, these are the stamped records this week. If you're an artist who's tuned in, LFOD.life/submissions. We feature our favorites on here. We also play a bunch on LFOD radio. And then we have a newsletter that we send out every month. So there's a number of ways that we can share your music. But on the flip side, if you're a fan, there's a number of ways that we can connect you with artists you might not have heard of. So like you just heard there, we have the newsletter, we have the radio, we have stamped, we have Outside the Algorithm, we have Outside the Algorithm Live, you know. So there's a lot going on here. It's all at LFOD.life. And we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate all the artists. We appreciate all our members for making this possible. Any outro from you, Kiki.D? Any thoughts you want to leave the people with?
Shout out to the people. Continue to blow up our notifications. Like, it's always fun seeing people on Twitter create the conversation or on Instagram join the conversation. However, we get to meet. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that are giving us those like, oh, it's a small world kind of reminders. And it's all through the internet. So let's continue to work.
Yeah, let's keep the convo going. All right, we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.
Positivity is a better movement. Let us do this. Level up and get into this evolution. Revolutionary method music. Get us choosing everything but less excuses. Shout out to the kings and queens with everything to lose that never lose it.
So much glory.